Genshin Impact 1.5 seemed to be bringing a lot of exciting new events, characters, and mechanics to the world of Teyvat, along with some new stories that will lead to more enemies to fight as well. Today, I'll be giving you all a summary of Genshin Impact version 1.5 Beneath the Light of Jadeite, releasing on April 28th. As always, if you want to keep up with everything Genshin, then make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, or turning on those notifications so you don't miss out on anything Genshin. But before we begin, here are a few global codes to redeem that will give you a few primo gems and other materials. The first topic at hand are the two new characters. Yun Fei, a well-known legal advisor of Liyue Harbor, is a new 4-star Pyro Catalyst user that is also an illuminated beast similar to Ganyu. She has a unique ability to gain Scarlet Seals from her normals, elemental skill, and elemental burst attacks that can stack and decrease Yun Fei's stamina consumption. She can consume all these seals with her charge attack to increase its area effect size and damage as well. Eula is a 5-star Cryo Claymore user. It was noted that her swings are more quicker than other Claymore users. Her unique ability is to gain the ability of Grim Heart by hitting the opponent with her elemental skill. Grim Heart gives Eula additional stacks of defense and the ability to be interrupted less during her attacks. As far as her elemental skill, it can be pressed or held. If pressed, Eula slashes swiftly, dealing cryo damage to her enemies. If Eula holds the skill, she will consume all her stacks of Grimheart while decreasing the enemy's cryo and physical resistance. The stacks of Grimheart consumed will also be converted into additional cryo damage. Within Genshin Impact version 1.5, we can expect a rerun of the Zhongli banner, where Yanfei will have a slot as one of the 4-star units in the Gentry of Hermitage banner. Eula will have her place to shine as well in the Born of Ocean Swell banner. A new 5-star Claymore will be added to the game called Songs of Broken Pines. This Claymore was stated to have physical damage bonus as a secondary stat. Coming along with this is a new domain that will host 2 new artifact sets, the Tenacity of Millilith and the Pale Flame sets. Act 1 of Hangout events with Diona will be coming to the game, as well as Act 2 for Noel Hangout events will be starting. Alongside this are 2 new story quests. Act 2 of Zhongli story quest will be available, where we will encounter a new boss, and Act 1 of Eula's story will also be available during Genshin Impact version 1.5. Moving on to new enemies, H-Dahai is a new world boss that will be available to fight starting in version 1.5 of Genshin Impact. This boss' first encounter will happen through the second act of Zhongli's story. We finally have a new reason to go back to Dragonspine with the release of the new Cryo Hypostasis boss that will challenge our ability to stay alive from sheer cold while battling within this icy climate. The final new enemy we will encounter in Genshin Impact version 1.5 is the Abyss Lector, who is an Electro Mage Wielder of the Abyss. Now, a feature many people were excited to hear about was the addition of the new housing system. Once you attain the Serenity Teapot, you'll be transported to a place where you can craft and customize your land as you see fit. There are 3 realm layouts to choose from that you unlock through the trust points gained by crafting and customizing. While it may seem this will just be a cosmetic part of the update, don't be mistaken. Through high Adepto energy gathered by your customized land, you will gain realm currency. The amount of currency gained varies based on the materials you use to make your new home. This realm currency can be exchanged for things like a new transient resin, hero wits, more enhancement ores, and more. Many new events will also be making their debut during version 1.5 of Genshin Impact. The Energy Amplifier Initiation event will have you scout out fruit cores that will enhance your character's abilities. These abilities will come into further usefulness once the domain portions unlock, where we encounter a series of challenges, including the new Electro Abyss Lector. The domains will have a difficulty system similar to the Hypostasis event, so expect a good challenge like all of you been waiting for. The Battlefront Misty Dungeon event will include a series of challenges that will restrict you to pre-picked trial characters for you to complete each challenge with. This event will test your knowledge to form teams with characters you may not be familiar with using. The next event, Mimitomo, will feature the unusual Hilly Girl, aka Dewey, in a team-up adventure with Ellen Mutz to scout out his location and stop him from causing trouble in Mondstadt. This event will include unique Liyue furnishing blueprints, so make sure you don't miss out on this one. And the last event of Genshin Impact version 1.5 is called Wind Trace, which is a fun co-op minigame of hide and seek. The hunter will try to find the rebel in various locations, while the rebel has the unique ability to mask themselves as different inanimate objects, while the hunter will have the ability to scout out the rebel's location. Similar to the Overflowing Ley Lines event, during Genshin Impact version 1.3, we can expect an Overflowing Masteries event which will increase the amount of talent level up materials you gain from each domain run. Now, only a few optimizations were mentioned this time, but I'm sure you will all be pleased what some of them are. The first big one stated was the reduction of the weekly bosses cost from 60 resin to 30 resin for the first 3 bosses you do in a week. This will allow us to complete all the weekly bosses in one day with 10 remaining resin after you complete them all. In co-op, you will also gain more friendship experience for any characters you are trying to level companionship levels for. Also, mail will be issued out for when events are close to ending as a final reminder. Last but not least, you can now decrease the size of the game by uninstalling voiceovers of the game you don't use. This will be great for mobile players to save space on their devices. It was also noted that future updates will remember this option and will not re-download the voiceovers without your permission. But before I begin, in a sneaky fashion, MiHoYo snuck in a preview of the next region, Inazuma. On the CN version of the stream, even a new character in chibi form was also shown off. Now, this character is not the Electro Archon Ball, but rather a character people think to be named Guji Yai, who has a very strikingly similar appearance to that of Honkai Impact's Yai Sakura, further indicating the connection between the two games and worlds. And that pretty much sums up everything you need to know coming to Genshin Impact version 1.5. Genshin Impact 1.5 is shaping up to be quite an eventful patch filled with tons of things to do and challenges to face. Let me know down in the comments below what you are most excited for coming to this version of the game. As always, if you like anything I have to say, drop me a like, I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daikin, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.